All right, I'm in my 22 account, and I'm going to play the Globe Series 9-hole cup. I'm going to qualify today. It's Thursday's qualification round, and I have some basic notes. I haven't gone back and watched the video, but I'm just going to go out and play them. I will say that there are two of the par fives. One of the par fives is a birdie hole with an eagle opportunity, and the other par five is. There is an Albie shot on it, but it is tough. We just want to get eagle. So let's enter. Let's enter in rookie. Yeah. I paid my fee. Hole number one. All right. Now hole number one is pretty in rookie. Getting over to here with a 3-power ball and giving ourselves that little bit of a window. I think we do have headwind or tailwind today, and here's what I found so far today: that the tailwinds in these areas, like in pro, I was back here shooting, trying to get across, and I gave myself I made like a 60% adjustment and still almost didn't adjust it right. There's two of the holes on here. They're the same thing where you're hitting down into a hole, and if you're not even doing any overpower, just letting the wind carry you, it's carrying you about twice as much. So if it's a 6-mile-an-hour wind, it's carrying you 12. But I think on this one we can get to the other side, and I don't have the topspin to get me all the way up. Maybe I didn't write down any spins for my other account, so we'll just take a power 3 ball. I think I can get it done with a Titan, and we will roll. Okay, my extra mile should be at like 2.4 per ring. I think it's 2.4 with a 3-power ball. I'm gonna do, jeez. I'm gonna do 100%. I'm gonna start off on the other side. Let's think here. I'm gonna do a 50%. 1.5 times whatever the wind is. Just get a little window. I'm going to put all of it on. All of it. I say, all of it. Hey, quit jinking around. 1.5 divided by 2.4. 2.81 rings. There's 281. Max curl. Perfect. Just trying to get off of the green right there. I don't have the if I had just a little teeny bit more curl, I could have used the 3 side spin ball, and that side spin would have really helped me to try and get over there. Now it's all up to my Firefly. So in my main account, like with the Rapier, I would feel like my odds of missing the shot are pretty low. It happens, but it's an exception rather than the rule. But a Firefly is an awesome tool when you first start and you got lower developed stuff. It's a great club. It may be the best club in your bag. You know, you get into these spots, but you got to hit it perfect. Gots to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if it moved me over. It did. The wind pushed me over. I was trying to be on the right-hand side of the flagpole. Good game. Good game, my man. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Eagle. All right. All right. Now, I tried on this next hole. This is going to be a Viper Marlin shot. And I was in minimum club. And I was adding on 25% at min. So with my Viper, minimum club is 2.5 per ring. So it'd be, I guess it would just be the wind if I'm adding on 25%. No, it's 2.5, excuse me. So, yeah, it's 2.5. It'd be the wind. Whatever the wind is. All right. The way that it's working out is if I add on 25%, it's 1.25 times the wind divided by 1.25, or 25. So basically, I'm just pulling whatever the wind is. If the wind's 3, I'm pulling 3 rings. Maybe. It's been taking a while today. Seems like it's been taking a little bit longer. They did an update here. The big dog. Now, that's a big dog 8. So if you got a big dog 8, dude, you got 1,446 games. You got a sniper. Maybe. They at least have a Viper. They have something that's got better ball guide. Right. Whatever the wind is. Okay, I'm in my Viper. And I'm in minimum club. .3 rings. Damn, I need to turn my grid on. There's 5, 6, 7, 3. Oh! I think I overpulled that. I think I did. I don't think a rookie you need to do that big of an adjustment. Now we got to recover. And this is not the place to recover. There's Max. I'm in mid Firefly. Mid Firefly is 5 per ring. 6.4 divided by 5 be 1 1/4 rings. 1.3. There's 1, 3. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Whew. Recovered. What a crappy shot. What a crappy shot. All right. I'm going to go back to just 0. We'll see where we're at. All right. I got a great shot here as well. Let's think about. I should be in short iron range, and I think this short iron is the best ball guide I have. Hold on one second. Let's go look at. I'm going to be in short iron here. When does a Hornet start to get some ball guide better than now? It doesn't get 3.2 until 4, and that's the same. I could upgrade my Hornet to level 4. All right. The extra mile is my driver. All right, here we go. This is another one of those holes that I think if you set yourself up too close, you can overshoot it. Like the wind adjustment needs to be really big. Because down here at the end of this fairway, what it does, the fairway's running like this, and then it rolls over the edge, and then the rough starts down here. And so you're setting your shot up here on the top, but if you don't get the wind right and it pushes you forward, it hits over here on this side, and it takes a flat bounce on the other side. Now, it may scoot across this and run way down there, but it may also dig in on right here and bounce up in the air and kind of stop short. You could probably easily use that to get over. I'm surprised I didn't do that in my 77 account and actually go for the green. Yeah. I think you can recover from there, though. Let's bring out a katana. I think we can do it with a katana. Okay, 6.4 divided by 2.46. Massive curl. Perfect. I didn't want to take any chances of getting blown forward, so I did an 80% adjustment there. I'd have to go back and watch where my bounces were at on the setup, and then go back and see how they were to see whether or not if I seriously overpulled it. But what I didn't want to have happen there was get pushed forward that 2 rings and get on that curve. I practiced a few times with my auto account today, and I went out and I was just letting the wind do its thing just to see how far it would blow, and man, it is blowing. This is the deal. The wind, you look at the wind, I know in this tournament the winds are higher, but you look at the winds and the winds haven't changed, but how much the wind is affecting shots has definitely changed. Okay, there's max. And there's min backbone. I'm at mid backbone. Mid backbone is 1.9 per ring. 5.7 divided by 1.9, 3 rings. Let me get where I want to be. Three rings. Isn't it perfect? Just a bit outside. I should have took off 10. Should have hit that or at least take off 0.2, or let's see if I would have done that at hold on. It was 3.9 times. Would have been 2.7. So maybe take off 5%, 10%, somewhere in that neighborhood. 0.1, 0.2. I'm going to take off 0.2. First alley I ever got on this, I didn't even think about it. When the game first started, we weren't doing rough bumps. You weren't thinking about it. Yeah, every now and then you'd hit a rough bump, and then people hit the rough, and then it would go in, and then they're like, "Wow, you could do that," and we started doing them. But when this hole first came out, backspinning it down that hill, I remember the first Alvy I caught on this. It was pretty cool, pretty impressive going down. I mean, shit, you couldn't replicate it. If you took 100 shots, you might get 2 to go in, but they were both different. Winner, chicken dinner. What hole was that? That was hole number. That was hole number 3. Really? Minus. I'm gonna do minus 0.2. 0 plus minus 0.2. All right, hole number 4. Now, in the past, I've always done I'm just gonna go play this because I have played this hole a shitload of times in the past, and I'm gonna start off with a 10. And we'll see where we're at. 1.1 times the wind divided by wherever I'm at in my club. I think I'm gonna be in mid. Tom goes first. I'll have to change balls though. I think with this win today, I'm going to do my 10%, and then I feel like I need to add on like 0.1, 0.2. And now you're going to do spin? Yeah, dude. What's the order here? We're going to set it up, and then we're going to go back and do our spin. If you added spin on to the shot you already set up, wouldn't it change the shot you already set up? Maybe. 5.2, 2.6. Hey, swap the ball. Two backspin. .6 rings. There's 2, 5, 6. I'm going to do 1, 7. Oh, definitely hit it great, and it was short. That could be a combination of I didn't run my ball guide all the way through the cup. I couldn't tell where my ball guide was going, so I could get a little closer. Dag nabbit. All right. I like our chances on a lot of these holes, even with lower level stuff. Once we get the adjustment for our trajectory right, we can be super close as far as our wind adjustments. Into hold. All right. I am going to play this. No. I'm going to play this the way that the conservative way. And I think I do need to practice this once because I need to think that's the biggest hitting wood that I have. Let's go make sure. We want the biggest hitting wood. The Horizon will work, but it doesn't have any spin. Yeah, it has a little, but it doesn't hit as far. And we want the biggest hitting bastard that we got right now. That's it. Big dog. Big dog. Let's clear a slot. Clear up some stuff. Be a farmer. Let's switch that ball to a Titan. I don't think I need to practice. The deal is how much topspin to put on the drive so that we end up in the right spot. And I am going to practice this hole because of two reasons. Number one, how much spin to put on there. And number two, the wind. Once again, this is a shot where you're hitting way downhill. This is the one earlier that I was trying to bridge the gap. I was trying to get to the fairway. I was trying to bridge the gap from here to get over, and getting down in this hole, I was leaving myself 3 rings of separation, and I took the wind out and I ended up way in the rough. And then I came back and I did like a 50 or 60 and barely made it, and then did a double the wind and hit right where I was aiming. So I'm just wondering if you're going, how it's affecting the shot if you're just trying to get the layup down here at the end. So I'm gonna practice this once. One time. Just once. Practice, practice, practice. This is there is an Albie shot. And I'm not so sure to enhance my Albie shot if I wasn't bringing out a power 4 ball. Just for the second shot. If you bring out a big enough ball and you've got good enough clubs, you can get over to the other side. Like if I brought out a power 5 ball right here, I might, with the wind, be able to get over to the other side and hit the ball over there and use the wind to blast me over. But if I want to try to do the layup shot that we could do in pretty much any wind condition, I'm going to do 2.5 topspin. 5-7. Just a normal adjustment. If I did 10%, that's 6-3. That's about max curl. Perfect. And I didn't get to see where that hit, so. But that does look like it came in a little on the inside, like it did push it in. And that was with a 10, so at least a 20. But if you're doing, man, I wasn't doing overpower into this spot right here, and it, like I said, it carried it 100%. 5-9, that's 6, that's 12, 11-8. However you want to do the math. That will work. If they brought now the deal is they brought a low ball, so there is a perfect tee rough bump right there. But you got to have the right stuff. Six, 8. What is my big dog? Big dog, 2.5. 6.8 divided by 2.5. 6.8. 2.72 rings. 2.72. Man, I can't believe I got that off in time. Jeez. There you go. That's a second bounce rough bump right there. Talk about dangerous ass shots.
We going anywhere? Can I put my jammies on?
You put your jammies on. Wife just got off work. Putting her jammies on. The day is done. All right. Now this is definitely a one shot at a time hole, but I think the second shot is tougher than the first shot, and you can make the second shot even tougher by not getting in the right spot with the first shot. So it's definitely one shot at a time. And this is a prime example of one of those holes that you may bring out something bigger for the second shot, and it's, you know, you're definitely overpowered on the drive. All right. I think that there's enough people out there with big ball inventory that on that hole, especially on any day where there's side wind or tailwind, hitting the ball over, just trying to blast it out. Your red line's here with the power 5 ball and just trying to blast it out. The thing that you got to watch out for there, and with that wind carrying as much as it is, the thing to watch out for is that you get in here and it clips, but if it clips too much, you're going here. And if you set it up more to the right, you got more rough to get out of, so it can go, especially if you hit a grate to the left, then you're even in a worse situation. Using curl is not a bad deal. Yeah. And we do have options there. If you're going to hit over to here, though, I'm telling you need a bigger ball than a 2-power ball, because there is a rough bump that you can do right along this area right here. And if you bring out a sniper, you will not be able to get there with a 3-power ball. You'll have to bring out a bigger ball in order to get there. But if you bring out a big dog or a cataclysm, you'll probably be able to get there from here. But having a bigger ball, if you end up a little short, won't hurt. And it could help on the drive as well. So, options. If we have a headwind day here, though, I think even if you brought out a 5-power ball with topspin boost, I don't know if you could get across it just to get over here. I don't know. You should have at a worst, you should have this shot in your bag. You should try this shot and make sure you have it in your bag so that if everything else fails, you can go down here to get on. Hole number whatever. Hole number 6. Hole number 5. We got to play it. Now we got to play it. That was the practice. Let's think. I do like what my opponent did to try and get over there, but I really think with this account, having to do an overpower shot, I may have to bring out, like, I'm just going to, hold on. I'm just going to play it. Just play it again. Oops. Hole number 5. Hole number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is an extra mile and a Titan and a big dog or cat to the cup. I don't like this pin placement as much as the other pin placement, but was it like 2.5? 2.5, 5.9 times 1.15 divided by 2.5, 271. There's 271. Hitting it perfect. That was right where I was aiming. And that was a 15 instead of a... That's right, 15 down. Plus 15 on the drive. Let's get my grid working. Let's get the old test pattern up. All right, we know that this next shot's going to be at max big dog. Max big dog is 2.5 per ring. 1.1 times the wind divided by 2.5. All right. See if my opponent can get down where they want. I think of this area down here as there's two quadrants, and my opponent's right on the line between them. And if you can get in the quadrant that I'm in, or up in the, it's a little teeny bit better. You can clear this corner just a little bit better. .9, 2.15 rings. There's 2.15. Hit it one ring great to the left. And gave myself a putt. All right. I would have been close on the... obviously I would have cut the distance. I don't know if I'd have still been on the cup or if I overpulled it. The deal is on the left-hand side where I was trying to come in right here is on the right-hand side, I'm just barely over, and on the left you're hitting more up on the hill face. It's hard to tell about distance or what kind of speed I had going through there until I can catch that on a perfect. The other deal is that you're almost always in a slightly different spot down here at the end. Getting further down to the end so that you can open up that corner and not have to use as much left-hand spin to bring it back to the cup is definitely helpful. Definitely. All right, let's see if I can make my putt. Hitting it perfect. El perfecto. In the hole. Eagle. The last hole, I'm actually curious to see if I can get over. I may try it to see if I can get over in this account, because if I can, I think I can get my big dog in this account with a power 5 ball. I think even with this big dog, I can get it around that corner and really give myself like a short wedge to the cup. I'm not sure if I have any topspin boost balls or what it'll take on the drive, because I don't have a lot of topspin to get over, but when we get to that hole, we'll see. We'll see how the round goes, if it's worth taking the risk. Hole number 6. Hole number 6. What is hole number 6? All right. Hole number 6. I'm taking a katana. And I'm taking a... Actually, this is a hole right here. Let me go switch. Let me set one of those bags up with a quarterback. This would normally be my quarterback bag. Quarterback. And a Viper. Backbone runner. Look at that bag. That's the bag of choice. Clear slot. Should have opened up one of those gold chests. They're cheaper. See if I can get I'm still trying to get a freaking Kingfisher. I mean, once you get a club, then you can start working on it. I mean, it seems like once you get it, then you'll start, you will get more of those. But hell, I still haven't gotten a Kingfisher or a big topper. .15 times whatever the wind is divided by 1. Hit it perfect. Let's do max topspin, 3 topspin. Pull back just a titch. I'm at the +2 mark. 5, 5, 7, 5. When it's on days like this where you have to pull, you gotta remember, you gotta pull the wind out instead of push because those trees are in the way. Hitting it perfect. That's probably going to be more towards mid Viper. And what I'm doing here to the cup, let's think what I'm doing. What am I doing to the cup? Which hole is this? I was doing a 20%. I'm going to do Sniper Man 1.2. I'm going to do a 20% times whatever the wind is divided by wherever the hell I'm at in my club. I should be in mid Viper, which is 2.2 per ring. My opponent will be a long iron. It seems like it should be super easy to get down there, but it's harder to get down there than it looks. There's Min. There's Max. I am at mid Viper. 5.9 divided by 2.2. 3.21 rings. .21 rings. Hey, get lined up. There's 3, 2, 1. Exactly. Hitting it perfect. Overpulled it. It's good to know. I'm going to do a +10. We'll start. We'll move down the scale. 20 was too much. I didn't have any numbers for that. I had numbers for the drive. I haven't gone back. I'll go back and watch my 77 video and see what I did on it. I think the shot going in, I didn't hit it perfect. And I got just a little bit more distance, so I was in minimum club. Perfecto. That was a lot farther away than it looked at the end. The deal is that that's about as close as they could have got on that shot, because if they'd have had any more speed, it wouldn't have got caught in the break and it would have been off, like way off. And if it had been any slower, it'd have been more in the break and it would have been, that was it. What they did, that was as good as it got. Of course. That's where they ended up, of course it was. Hole number 7. I have 0 notes for hole number 7, 8, and 9. So we're playing blind here. We're just going to go play. All right, this par 3 right here. I'm going to take it 1 point times the wind. I have no idea where I'm going to be. I should be in backbone here. I'm going to play this with the navigator. And it shouldn't be a lot of spin. There's a spot here where you can hit and it'll get the run and it'll go jetting past the hole. I'm not so sure that I shouldn't be setting my shot up a little bit more to the left and then using right hand side spin to bring it back around, because the deal is right in this area the green is affected by this sand trap, and so you can see the mound, like how they had to build it up, and so that contour is rolling on the other side of the green, and we're trying to go right through that shit. But bringing it over on the left hand side and using like a katana where you got 3 side spin and then bringing the side spin back to the right so you can try and go around that might not be a better deal with this pin placement. Maybe. It's going to be hard to do here because I don't have the ball guide. Okay, there's Max. I'm eking Max. Kind of like this. That's 2 backspin. Let's see how 2 backspin responds. .8 divided by max backbone 1.7, 4.2 rings. There's 4.2. Isn't it perfect? Did not pull it enough. I did earlier. I did a big adjustment on it. It was too much. I did. Probably should have did like a 15, 10. Who knows? I'm going to make a note here to do plus 15 to go. And we should be taking wind off, so I have no freaking clue. The part of the deal is I don't have any ball guide, so I can't absolutely say, but that was definitely off from where I had it aimed. So the wind definitely pushed me off. Faux show. I think on my 77 account, I'm going to play it like that, where I'm going to get a little closer so that I can get up into that hole and try and get a little bit more into this area so that I can, because this thing is jutting out to here is where this freaking sand trap's affecting it. So getting out here and then bringing it around to the cup, you're on the flatter area out here. It's not affected by that. So if you can get your wind adjustment right, you won't have to navigate this kind of, because when you're hitting off of something like that, I mean, shit, if you hit a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit high, a little bit low, it's on a curve, and so the ball is going to take a different path than it would if you hit it in a different spot an inch away. It's gonna, I mean, it could be difficult. I like the other pin placement a little bit better. It seems like the way that it bounces out is a little bit truer through here, because here we're on a little bit more of a curvature. I'm going to figure that hole out in one of my accounts this week, and we're going to start sinking it. Hole number 8. I like this hole. I don't even need to look at this hole. I know exactly what this hole is, and I like playing this with my quarterback as well. Let's make sure we got 58 curl. Which club do we have? Which driver do we have the most curl with? That's the question. 54 versus 58. Extra mile loses. Rock 38. The quarterback it is. And I think I may have to bring out that. And let's think about secondary club. How much backspins that got? Enough? And enough. Here we go. Hole number 8. I have no idea on the shot to the cup. I was going straight at it earlier in my odd account, and I missed it, and it went up the backboard, and then came back down and went in, and then in my 77 account, I think I went. What happened there was I took my second shot and I ended up in the sand, and birdie was at risk, and I went for a dunk, and I missed the dunk, and it went up the hill and came back down and went right into the cup. Saved myself. It's makeable. I've made it 1.5 times today. Well, a big topper would be cool, because big toppers start off with a shit ton of curl. Now, this is what gets me. I'm playing against somebody that's got 2,243 trophies. Whatever kind of clubs that they have, I could not care that they have. They could have 75,000 trophies and an APOC 2,700, and I wouldn't care. This is the way that it should be. If you're playing the tournament, you should be, and I'm playing Ricky, and you're playing Ricky, we should be able to get matched up. You should not have to wait for some mythical bracketing shit. Like, all right. I normally like to be 3 rings off on a max curl shot, but I don't have a lot of curl here, so I'm going to just do 2 and a titch. 4-3. That wind's not really helping me, so I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take out 4-7. Isn't it perfect? Perfect. I would have liked to have not hit the rough there, but hitting the rough there and ending up in that spot's not a bad deal either. That opens up. I've got the rough bump available to me, and you can actually hit 2. The rough bump is better served. See how it's curving down from here? So the rough bump is better served if you can stay up in this area and then use side spin, or if you just got the right angle. And so if you want the right angle, you actually don't have to get very far past that. Kind of like where I'm at. You have a really good angle at it, or you can do the rough bump and try and bring the tail down. I kind of like the dunk deal, and then if you'd missed the dunk, you got the shot back down the hill. We'll see. We'll see what I have available to me. I have no idea what club I'm going to be in. I'll probably be in Viper. I don't know what the adjustment is to the cup, and there is a rough bump here, and that rough bump is super dangerous if you don't know the adjustment to the cup. We should be taking a little bit of wind off. Once again, we're going uphill, but whether we have to do that or not is totally like... Okay, there's Max. I do have that rough bump, but I'd have to pull over that sand, and I really don't like the thought of that. Five, 7 divided by 2, somewhere in the 285. Isn't it perfect? And we'll see if I can just get it up there. I really didn't like that. I thought that 50 backspin was going to be a little bit better than it was. Close. A little too much speed. That was close. That should have went in. Come on. Come on. this particular pin placement, the other pin placement isn't like, I think that there's a big ass funnel on that hillside because I've hit it from several different angles and everything seems like it wants to roll back down to the cup. The other pin placement's not quite so generous. See if I can get in the hole. I still got work to do. Let's not get cute. That was close. Now, Firefly's an awesome club, but you got to hit it perfect. Faux show. All right. What do we have here? We are on the elusive hole number 9. Now, first of all, let's see what I have for ball inventory. Let's see if I even have, like, do I have, what do I got? I got some 5 power. I don't have very many, so I don't know if I'd want to waste 2 of those balls. It would be nice to see if I could get over there, though. In this account, getting an eagle on the, man. I really don't have anything that I have a lot of. Maybe just a Titan. Maybe just. All right. I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that bag right there. Okay. In the weekend round, if we've got wind like that, I may try and hit it over to the other side to go for the eagle, to go for the easier eagle. But it's shot number 1 is only part of the deal. The second shot, especially with a lower developed count, is going to be rough. The good news is that big dog and cataclysms get curl really early, so, and I need a couple backspin. Now let's see if my opponent can make it. If my opponent can make it over there, I may, with a power 3 ball, try and go for it. Because that looked like it was, like, with the wind, and I mean the wind is really pushing forward today, so I'm going for it with a power 3 ball. The power 3 ball is going to suck on the other side. But I still might be able to get it up and get closer. If I can get into my Firefly range, then I feel like I really have a shot. I still have to hit it perfect, but I feel like if I'm in my Firefly range and I do hit it perfect, it will go in. All right. Let's try. Why not? Why not? There is no way in hell. There is just no way in hell I'm going to make it out there. I mean, the wind is carrying twice as much, but there is just no way I'm going to be able to get that far. It's 3 backspin at the red line. Isn't it perfect? I was going to go for it. I was thinking about going for it. And yes, I left myself a little short, and I wouldn't mind making up maybe 1 or 2 of that, but I'm not interested in getting in that rough ever. If you tried to cut that difference every time and you push that limit, even if you missed it once out of 10 times, that would be once out of 10 times too many, when you could have just been a few yards shorter and always been safe. You can see how far my opponent can get up there with overpower with a sniper, so. Let's see where they can get. That is the shot they were looking for. That will work. That works, my friend. That works. Now, I'd like to get to the same spot with my crappy little clubs. Six. It's 2.5 per ring, I think. 2.5, 6 divided by 2.5 is 2.4. And do 2.5. And I'm going to turn around and add that wind back in. Let's hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. El Perfecto. And I don't think I made it as far as my opponent. But I got the same shot. Clear the trees. Now, in the past, we've always done, it seems like we've done a little teeny bit of an adjustment here, but I'm just going to, I'm going to take a straight up shot. And once again, I think it's uphill from where we're at, but since Golf Clash doesn't seem to make that matter, we'll take it straight up and see what we need to do. Let's not mess with perfection. See if my opponent can get up and in. That was a good. If that wasn't 2 rings great, it was definitely on the edge of the second ring. Yeah, you think it's uphill from where we're shooting? Runner. Okay, there's Max. I'm a Max runner. If I can get aimed towards the cub. Max runner 6.6 divided by max runner 2.1. 3.14 rings. It's 314 exactly. And a freaking great to the left on the way. In the hole. What does that mean? If I hit a great to the left the way the wind was blowing, let's think about that. The wind was blowing like that, and I hit a great to the left, and it went in. So I needed to pull it more. I needed to add wind on. Maybe. And we were uphill. Right. No, that's the way Playdemic works. I will take the 13 though. Look at that. Even with a low level count and no ball guide or none of that shit, you can still blind squirrel finds a nut. Picked up number 1. That was it, and just played a minimum score round. And there's a lot of shots out there to make up. And that hole number 9. I think if you wanted to bring out a bigger ball, you really need a bigger ball for the second shot, even if you can make it over on the first shot. All right, there you go. There is a look at it with my 22 account. You can get it done. I think the way that it is with the minimum score here is going to be 11. And hole number 1 you got to pick up, so puts you right back at 12. And then you got to pick up 1 or 2. I think in the weekend round we're looking at, if you can shoot a 14 plus, you may not win a banner, but you should be in the top 5. maybe a 13 depending on the brackets. I think it'll pick up as the week goes on, as people start to figure out the numbers. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, and I will see you later.